A very good evening to you. I'm meteorologist Jack Drake here in the CT Weather Center studios, watching more rain, more wind work its way in tonight. This is getting to be old hat. I think we're used to these storms by now, but when it's a weekday morning commute involved, especially before sunrise, we like to give that little extra warning, that little heads up to everybody out there. Hey, this weather could be pretty nasty coming in. I think the period of the worst weather, it's starting to pick up right now. It's about 10:30 p.m., but the period of the worst weather is going to be about 2 a.m. to 6, 7 a.m. For most of the area, maybe 8 a.m. if you're a little bit farther to the east, eastern Connecticut and Rhode Island. But most people, that 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. window is going to be where I think conditions are the absolute worst. We'll time that out for you in the models right now. But this is what's going on currently. You see showers, embedded downpours throughout the area. This is where it gets really heavy here. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you start to see these bright red returns over Connecticut, and there's going to be some thunder embedded in this. We actually can't rule out thunder for much of the day tomorrow. It's not going to be raining the whole time, but when we get these heavy downpours, these heavy thunder showers, that's when the weather could be pretty impactful. So rain and wind during that period. We dry out a little bit in the morning, and then we have another round of showers and maybe even embedded storms come into western areas right around noon. So that's what we're looking at. I'll show you the winds quickly. I'm trying to keep this a relatively short video, but we can show you the winds here and then rewind. Again, generally we have the forecast 35 to 45 mile per hour winds for most. There could be an isolated gust of 50 miles per hour, especially in that wind advisory area. Right now, wind advisories are up through all of the southern half of the southern four counties. So the shoreline communities have the wind advisory up right now, and that's where we could see gusts of 50 miles per hour. But generally, again, those winds peak 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., the same window with the heavy rain. And we're looking at gusts 35 to 45 might be enough to do some minimal amounts of damage. We put isolated to scattered power and tree issues. The one thing I do want to note, these Central Valley locations, this is usually where we're sheltered from the wind. Due to the southerly wind direction here, we might see a little bit of amplification even through the valley. So just keep that in mind if you're in greater Hartford or maybe the Housatonic River Valley where you haven't seen a lot of wind in these past storms. Tomorrow morning, it could be windier than it was even when there was a wind advisory up for the last storm. So just a little bit of a heads up there. But other than that, again, kind of a run of the mill rain and wind event. Just wanted to give that added heads up for those of you that are headed out early, especially before the sun rises for your AM commute. So I'm meteorologist Jack Drake. Have a great night. Stay safe out there if you're headed out in the morning. As always, you can send in reports to us. Let us know what you see. If you see any tree damage or any flooding out there. Have a great night.